just like with kids, it is hard when we say, well, that's not what I meant. This is what I meant. I'm sorry you caught me on a rough day with a lesson, instead of having to stop and think, well, maybe I'm going to grow from this. I think it's a hard, because everyone wants to do it right the first time. I mean, I think it's just human nature to want to do that.
And I think that's just the definition of excellence itself. When our mission is to be excellent, we sometimes it may be difficult to not be excellent or work.
Right.
Yeah.
And those failures make you stronger as a person.
They do.
Right. And I think sometimes we do lose sight of that. Like, we need to know life is a work in progress and we're doing the best, but you want it to be here because the expectation's so high that sometimes when you fall short, it's not a very good feeling.
Yeah.
So building those trusting relationships with a go-to person to help with support is necessary.
It's
right.
huge.
I would say that's the number one thing.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the last question, number 4. What processes are used in improving morale, which moves the campus toward the realization of the campus vision?
Is this for teachers or for students?
We can do both.
Well, for kids, it's easy. We have a STAR system. We have behavior PBIS system in place for them. For staff, again, we're under some new leadership styles, so we're all just learning with the expectation and where we're at. With it being a highly competitive school in staff, it does make it a little bit more challenging. So we do some icebreakers for improving morale, and
we celebrate a lot in our grade levels.
We celebrate in our grade levels, yep. And I think it's tough because we're a K through 8 school, so trying to get the whole staff together, and we have very long hours here, that it's really hard to build that community between everyone. But I think it's definitely a goal, and I think this new leadership that we're seeing, that's a goal of hers too. But I wouldn't speak for her, but I think maybe that might be one of her goals as well.
And with more vertical alignment and teaming.
So I think it's coming. There's just a lot of demands placed on District 12 in general.
Do you have K-8 traditions or community events that you feel are either work or new ideas for those?
Yes, we have Pi Day.
Yes.
Which is unique to Holstrom. We K-8, we have a science fair, we have a talent show. We have
fun runs. We have a lot of things with PTA. PTA is a huge piece on providing that community support. For kindergarten, as a team, we work on our family night to start building that community and networking, where all the parents get together and we eat and have programs so they feel that trust and feel that bit of community.
Right.
How are there specific events that parents are part of here? Like,
you mean like a game night and stuff? Yeah, through PTA we have game night, movie nights, all kinds of neat things for people. There's like a harvest thing. We have a Renaissance festival. Honestly, we can be kind of a little bit too much of a lot of things here. And if there's a cause, there's probably a fundraiser for it at some point in our school.
Okay.
So we can go a little overboard.
Everybody's dedicated and very passionate.
Yes. Because, I mean, when I run Junior Student Council, we have a fundraiser. There's so many fundraisers, so there's lots of opportunities to be involved in giving outside of your own community.
So with students, I know in general they're happy to be here and they like Holstrom, and alumni that have left and come back, they have great things to say about Holstrom. But there is sometimes, what I've heard, issues between the two programs. So kids in GT and then kids in AAP may not necessarily mesh well, or they may have just a different perspective of what that means. So how would you say in general, or specific teachers, what they do to blend the two programs socially or friendship-wise?
Well, I start off right away with kindergarten. It's just a different type of learning style. We don't emphasize the GT. We really work, you just learn differently.
I don't see it as an issue as much in primary, because in second grade we rotate through kids a lot. In first grade they rotate through kids, and so I think as they become more aware with their parent thing, we haven't had to deal with that as much on the primary. So maybe just because
And it is a parent subject. I mean, it really is. It's a lot of it's influenced through the parents.
But when second grade goes to training, we just say we're a second grade teacher. We never say a label with anything.
So would you say part of our mission and vision should focus on that it is just learning differently so that parents right from the beginning can start framing
Right.
their perspective?
I think that's
That would be
great.
wonderful.
They do learn differently.
Yeah.
And we also have some great high achieving kids. So it's awesome. It's a great school to be at.
Okay, so do you have anything else you'd like to share about the mission and vision, the work, the revision that we're doing with that?
Well, really focusing on the positives. We're really trying to work on that piece and celebrate what we have done as a school. And we've been very blessed with what we've accomplished so far with sometimes a little bit of, little support.
And I think sometimes at Holstrom we got in our own bubble, and it's nice with the new leadership to get a different perspective on things, because there are some things that we simply were not aware of, and good, bad, or otherwise. I think it's a neat thing to see a different perspective come in to kind of help shape and mold us to be even a better school.
Right.
I don't know, is there a word above excellence? Above excellence. Superior excellence.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard to
there you
keep
go.
up that
I
excellence.
don't know if I can keep working, but I will keep trying.
Excellent efforts towards
Yes.
excellence.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you for
Thank
the
you.
interview, and I appreciate your taking the time to do this.
Thank you.